Hi, everybody. We're just gonna wait a few more minutes, probably till 11:50 for people to get here. Hey, everybody. I hope maybe everyone's okay with waiting a little longer to start since we've got only like 7 people on and none of our presenters are here except for IVCSD, which so it seems like maybe it's just better to wait for more people to log on closer to 12 potentially. So take some take some time off, hang out.
Okay.
Hey Joanna, we're gonna wait a little longer to start since we don't have many people on yet, so we're just closer to 12 to start. Cool. You're on mute. I can't hear you.
I'm just going to keep talking until you can feel what I'm saying. I have to go work grad walk, so I was just really popping on to say hi. So
Yeah.
I might just go so that don't have to rush to grad walk. So
No worries. That's important. I think that's a lot of people's case today or this week. So yeah.
sorry,
Good to see you.
can I give you one update that you
Sure.
might pass on? Just that right now we're looking at for COVID-19 information stations for summer. We're looking for doing more general public health stations. I mean, still obviously with COVID in the forefront, but public health stations where we really talk about what else we can do to support people, what their needs are coming back to campus, community resources, etc.
Well, that's really awesome. It's evolved to that. That's great
Yeah.
to hear. So yeah, I'll put that.
So it'll just be 2 days a week, and right now we're looking at Tuesdays and Thursdays on the corner of Pardal and Embarcadero del Norte. But if anybody has any other ideas, that was just our most kind of busy station. So that's kind of why we picked that one. But if anybody else has any ideas, we're open.
Sounds good.
Okay, thanks so much. Sorry, I gotta get out of here.
Head out. We'll see you.
Bye.
All right. Well, I guess it's closer to 12 now, like we said, and we didn't get many more on, but maybe we'll just end up doing a really quick meeting today, and there won't be a huge amount. Yes, no, we'll Ash will we'll be getting to updates, and you'll share on that in a second. So we'll just say we're gonna start now. I'll turn on my video. I'm gonna host today since Diana's not available. but let me get started with our land acknowledgement. So we would like to acknowledge that this meeting is being held on the traditional lands of the Chumash people and pay our respects to elders, both past and present. We honor the traditional territory as well as the story and contributions of the Chumash people to the land upon which we gather and create. And then we'll do, we just have introductions and probably updates. Let's just do it all in one. It says 3rd District, AS, CSD, law enforcement, but we don't maybe need to be that formal. So let's just go. I'll call on the side with the participants list, and yeah, please give your update, longer or shorter, or whatever you want to share. Ash.
Okay. Hi, Ash, they, them. I'm excited to share with you about the really, really free market this Saturday. We have a Facebook event for it to read more. We are inviting people to bring clothes, books, art supplies, kitchenware, whatever, maybe food. We're hoping to have some music. We're asking that people wear masks. And afterwards, we're going to, whatever's left, we're going to figure out how to get that donated in the best way that we can. The thrift stores I called don't do pickups on Saturdays. So we might have to get people to bring it over there, or we might be able to store it at the teen center patio and get the thrift stores to come on Monday. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Ash. Atmika.
Hi, sorry, just here seeing what's happening in the community, that's all.
Thank you for being here. Demi.
Hello, hi everyone. I'm Demi. I am the project coordinator for the Isla Vista Coalition for Healthy Communities 805. No particular updates other than we have our coalition meeting next week. Our meetings are the third Wednesday of every month, from 3:30 to 4:30, and our coalition currently is being funded through a DFC grant. So our purpose right now is youth substance use prevention. So if anyone associated with the Ivcn has interest in those kinds of goals, I would highly encourage you to reach out to me or just pop into one of our meetings. I have a lot of you, I think, on our email list already, but if anyone's interested in that, please feel free to send me a message in the chat. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you. Gina.
Hi, Gina Fisher, Office of 3rd District Supervisor Joan Hartman. I just have a brief report and then of course can take questions, but I will wait until that item on the agenda.
Cool.
And Joan's not joining us today.
So it's a busy week for everybody all over the place this week. Jackie.
Hi, everybody. Jackie Curda, she, her pronouns, Director of UCSB's Alcohol and Drug Counseling and Education Program. No updates, just good to see you all and hope you all are well and looking forward to a more relaxing summer. So,
Thank you, Jackie. Good to see you too. Jay.
I'm Jay Freeman. I'm on the board of the Isla Vista Community Service District and the Local Agency Formation Commission, but I'm representing neither of those agencies here today. I'm here in my personal capacity.
Thank you, Jay. Kim.
Hi, everyone. Kim Equinoa, and I'm from UCSB's Dean of Students Office. It's good to see you all.
Thank you, Kim. Leah.
Hi, everyone. Here with the pharmacy, just here to listen, see if there's anything I can catch up on and help.
Thank you. Lisa.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa Osborne, News and Public Affairs Director with KCSB FM. She, her pronouns. It's great to be here and see you.
Thank you, Lisa. Omari.
Hello, everybody. Omari Pryor, UCSB Alcohol and Drug Program. Happy Thursday and good to see you all.
you, Amari. And Viviana.
Hello, Viviana Marzano, Civic and Community Engagement, and I love Vistalia Zone. The only update is that the people from the testing clinic in Ivy Theater informed me that they are going, their last day for testing is this Saturday. They have been getting 20, less than 20 people per day, so they're going to close shop for now.
Thank you, Viviana. All right, well, in terms of our agenda, we've got 3rd District Supervisor's Office. Gina, if you wanna go ahead.
Yeah, on Tuesday, the Board of Supervisors passed their budget for next year, and there's some pretty cool things in it, including lots of money for parks, open space throughout the county. Joan wanted me to say there was $7 million for one particular thing, which was pretty cool. And I'm looking for it. I'll come back to that if I do. So that was a big lift, just get through the budget. The federal government had ARPA funds available, so that was also part of, that's a American Rescue Relief Plan funding that came from the feds. That's geared towards specific infrastructure items. And oh, I know what it was. It was $7 million for homeless housing. And so Isla Vista, the Board of Supervisors in closed session a meeting or two ago, secured a building in Isla Vista on El Colegio. We've got a 6-month lease, and then during that 6 months, we will come to terms to purchase that building outright. On the upcoming Tuesday meeting, the 15th, there's an item to find a project manager to be on site to operate, which will become housing, supportive housing for houseless folks, ideally in the Ivy area. The building does need some work and rehab, so it's not going to be open just immediately, but it will be open soon. And then longer term, depending on different funding opportunities and the needs of the structural needs of the building, which are significant to turn into permanent housing, that's to come in the ensuing 6 months or more. But immediately it sounds like we'll have some units available, which is really exciting. And so that's made possible, that kind of stuff, acquisition like that is made possible when the federal government and state government help provide the funds, because it's significant investment, millions of dollars to acquire such buildings. But it's exciting.
Yeah,
Anything else? Any questions? COVID, I mean, the vaccination rates are great. In terms of COVID, I mean, everything's coming along pretty smoothly. It looks like Jackie has a question.
I do. Thanks, Gina. I haven't been out in IV for a couple of weeks, and I've just been getting some questions that I couldn't answer about the park. And I know there was an effort, maybe was it 10 days ago or so, there was some efforts to help house some of the people and some relocations and so on.
Yeah.
I just wondered how that's going and what the timeline might be as my staff and others return to Embarcadero Hall and other local buildings.
Yeah. So the park, there's a lot of progress being made at People's Park. So that we'll do Pallet Village and then People's Park. Pallet Village was a 6-month experiment and was always going to end mid-June. So that's wrapping up. There's been tremendous success in rehousing Pallet Village residents. Good Sam is the operator who's been there like around the clock full time during the day. And it's not been perfect, but it's been about as good as you can get for a project like this. And like 25 or more, I haven't seen the final report, folks have been rehoused, some in permanent, by the way, like housing, like they have an apartment that they live in. And so the tiny homes will be dismantled and they're going to go up to Lompoc to Bridge House, which is a Good Sam facility. And it will be used as transitional housing for people, like how people were in scattered encampments throughout IV. That's happening up in Lompoc in the San Ynez riverbed. So they're using the pallet homes units for housing those folks as a transitionary measure. And that was one of the reasons why the County Housing and Homeless Services Division, when they learned about this project in another county, they were like, these shelter units, this has a lot of potential. And so some other counties have done it with great success because, and this is important, those pallets constitute like a legal definition of housing, not permanent housing, but it's a good transition step, especially in areas where there's not an abundance of, vacant housing. It's got 4 walls that are solid. It's got electricity. You can safely run electricity. It's got a heater, and it's got a lock. And that's really, really important for people struggling with houselessness. It helps stabilize them. Their possessions are secure. They can move about in the units better than they could in, say, a tent. And moving, having electricity in a tent is very unsafe. It's very hazardous. So that's really great. So they're all transitioning. In People's Park, Be Well has been, the public defender actually has been there around the clock. One staffer who's a public defender, her name's Vonda Epstein, for 2 months now almost. And so they're down to under a dozen folks, and everyone has to be offered like a legal definition of housing. They can't just be told they have to be offered. And so they're making all those offers, and that can look like a traditional shelter, like in a PATH space, like a homeless serving shelter. That could be Project Room Key motel rooms. It could be safe houses. Some women in the park have moved to safe houses. And at least 1 or 2 need to be moved to a hospice type medical care facility. They have extreme medical needs and dual diagnosis. And so there's a range of housing options that the county is responsible for that housing. And this is on Parks District land. So the county is working with the parks to make sure that everybody has been offered, they've been let know about the process, that they've been offered housing that ideally is tailored to their unique needs. So there's one really medically fragile resident in the park. Like, we're not trying to get her to go to PATH, right? That wouldn't be appropriate. Like, she needs to be in a medical setting. She has a serious medical condition that can't be served in the park. Cannot, no matter how great our public health nurses are. So it's winding down. I think they're under about a dozen residents who are getting their offers yesterday, today, tomorrow.
Great.
So
great. Well, thanks. I appreciate the update. Thanks very much, Gina.
Any other questions?
Cool. Thank you,
All
Gina.
right. I look forward to having more updates about this property and IV at future meetings.
That sounds exciting. Thank you, Gina. Do we have anyone from AS here? I don't think so. No, so we will skip the AS and IV update. It is finals week, so it is very fair. There's no one from AS. And there's no one from law enforcement here today either. Okay. We have a CSD update, but we also have Luis from IVRPD. So, we didn't have that on the agenda. Maybe we both should be on. But so I can do a CSD update, and Luis, if you want to do a IVRPD update, that'd be cool too. And we can have them both updated. So I'll go first. The CSD first is, if you didn't already know, we are having our application period close for the community engagement director on Monday, the 14th. So if you have any, and this person will definitely be a regular member of these meetings and engaging with all of you. So if you have anybody you'd want to recommend for that position, we are still accepting applications. So it's on our website, and I can put that in the chat. Another thing that I'll put in the chat that we've posted on our website, and that others like Viviana and have been gracious to send out to get into the mailboxes of as many people, is our move out website. So we've had move out started yesterday officially, according to the county in Marburg. So we've got our website here that includes all the information about move out, the best practices, the rules for property owners and the rules for residents. So please take a look and please spread that around. It'd be things look pretty good this year so far. I went on a run yesterday and did not seem as crowded on the sidewalks as usual, but you know, the more we can get people to know about this, so the better. So please spread the word on Move Out. That's something major right now. Another thing is CSD is doing our budget process still, and you know, many people did fill out the budget survey, but the board will be considering the preliminary budget on the 22nd at the next regular meeting of the board at 6 p.m. So that's something for people to show up at and participate in. And I think that's our major updates for right now. There are obviously a lot of other things going on right now. For example, you can sign up for our compost collective, which is a composting service that's free to residences, and that is we are getting people on boarded right now, since some houses are coming off where the signups are open. So you could sign up on there. I've put the link in the chat for that. And as always, you can always use the SeeClickFix app to report issues in Isla Vista, especially right now during move out. If you see something out there, you can download the app and take a picture of it, and we'll make sure it's taken care of. Might not be by us. We might just let Marburg know. But if you see something out there that looks hazardous or shouldn't be out, please report it on the SeeClickFix app. So that's our update. And of course, we can have questions on our end. And Jay and Kirsten, who are two of our board members, are here today, and Spencer, who usually gives our update, couldn't be here. So he gives his apologies that he couldn't make it today. All right. Any questions on my end or on CSD? Okay. Well, Luis, do you want to give something on IVRPD?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Oh, Ash, yeah.
Do you know when the compost at Estero Park is going to get started used?
We're waiting on an agreement from IVRPD. So when IVRPD gets us in a use agreement, we will be able to get started.
I wonder if I can help speed that up.
No, we're working well on it. It's just an ongoing process, you know. So we're getting on it.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ash, we're definitely working on it. You know, it's currently just sitting on council's hands, who's reviewing it, and then we'll start sending it back and forth between IVCSD and IVPD. So we're close. We're almost there.
It's really like last minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last bit.
Yeah. So IVRPD. My name is Luis, recreation coordinator. A couple updates. Over the weekend, I don't know if many those of you in IV noticed, but we had a mural artist out at Little Acorn Park. We've been working collaboratively with a student group, Free Huey, Mikhail Kelly, who is the organizer of that group, and then also we were working with the Eva PLA office with Yasmin to kind of develop and create a Black Lives Matter mural that will be hanging at Little Acorn Park. Over the weekend, it was completed. It's going to be on 3 kind of 5x5 panels that will be hanging on the Little Acorn fence adjacent to the Bagel Cafe. That's actually, we're actually be hosting kind of like a grand installation on June 19th. So we'll be sending out more information through social media and our newsletter. And we'll also be scheduling an artist talk with Shantae, who is the artist that was contracted thanks to the Art Fund of Santa Barbara, who has been a great organizer and helping us kind of move this project along. So we're really excited for that mural to go up. It'll be there at Little Acorn Park for the foreseeable future. So definitely after June 19th, you'll be able to see it. Take a stroll by Little Acorn Park. It's a really beautiful mural. Looking at my list here, park rentals. I know with the kind of the reopening June 15th, we are beginning to look at more park rentals. We're still focusing mostly on recreational park rentals, so such as recreational classes, whether that's yoga, Zumba, other types of recreational classes. we're also starting to get some inquiries about kind of doing some clinics. So we will be hosting a soccer clinic that's open for youth in July. And that'll be July 19th through the 25th. And so that'll be a week long. That'll be open for youth from ages 7 through 17. We've also just recently hosted a volleyball fundraiser. So we're definitely opening up for recreational type park rentals. We are excited to announce that moving on in the future, as we begin to do actual regular park rentals, one of the requirements, depending on what type of event you're hosting in our parks, is we require liability insurance. We have partnered up with the Lion Insurance, and we will now be, that IVRPD has been certified to offer liability insurance for those who do not have access to liability insurance. So it'd be an additional fee on top of the park rental fee that you would pay to the park district, and the park district would issue you a liability insurance certificate. And we can cover various amounts of different types of events now, anything from small weddings to concerts, depending the capacity expected and the type of event. The premium would vary somewhere between $80 to $250. But yeah, we're glad. I know that's been kind of one of the hurdles that some park rentals have voiced can be an issue when they're working with us to host a park rental for a special event. So we're excited to be able to offer that moving forward, and we'll be able to do, once we're targeting the end of July, to start being able to host kind of a wide range of events again, and park rentals in our parks. Yeah, I think that's all I have right now. If anybody has any questions.
Thank you, Luis. Oops, I lost, where's my agenda document? Well, there's nothing left really on the agenda. It's only open forum now for anything anybody wants to bring up as an issue to discuss. And the listed topics, sorry, are COVID-19, end of year, move out, or houseless residents. Right, but we already got the updates on that.
Jonathan?
Yeah.
I have not to make a update comprehensive today, but I in talking to the newish lieutenant, Lieutenant John Maxwell, given the gun firing incident that happened about a month ago, I encouraged, and I can follow up if this is something the committee would like, I encourage that maybe UCPD and the sheriffs at a future agenda have like maybe 20 or 30 minutes to perhaps do a refresher on notification process, both the Clery Act as far as UCSB goes, and then like when and how, and the process for when timely notifications for community emergencies go out. Is that something that folks would see helpful? Do I see? I can scroll through. I don't know. People, are they nodding their heads? No nodding videos.
Idea.
Okay. I can follow up with the lieutenant to see if a future one comes up. It's something that even I forget sometimes what protocols are, and depending on what property something happens on is a different notification for this or that. So it's always complex. So it's good to get a refresher.
Yeah, and people can give their input then too.
Yeah.
Great. Anything else anybody want to bring up?
I actually have one more thing I just realized I forgot to mention. Again, Luis, IVRPD. We do have a survey that's live right now for our we're calling it like our Park Improvement Measure O survey. So for those of you who are interested in giving feedback on the type of park improvements you would like to see in our parks, we do have a special task, which is Measure O, which is specifically geared towards park infrastructure and capital projects, as well as recreational programming. And then we also recently received the per capita grant and also the RIRE grant, which are both heavily focused on recreational infrastructure improvements. So that it could be trails, that could be more basketball courts, volleyball courts, playgrounds, anything that's considered a recreational feature. So we have some additional funds these next 2 years, and we're kind of using this survey to kind of help guide us on what we should be prioritizing in our park. So for those that, I'm going to put the survey link in the chat, and it's also on our website as well.
Thank you, Luis. And I, while we're doing updates, we forgot. The CSD had a meeting this last, Tuesday, where we had a presentation from SNAP, the Student Neighborhood Assistance Program. So we have nothing moving forward, but it's definitely, I know we didn't have a high attendance, maybe because of, it's the week of everyone being very busy. So you can check that out on this YouTube channel, the IV is a City. So that's nothing besides that. No next steps yet on our end, but check it out and give input if you have any say on something like that. So that's maybe we can adjourn early.
I just have a quick question, Jonathan.
Yeah, go ahead.
So in terms of the use of the community center and the CSD meeting room, what is, can you just remind, or anybody remind me of how those spaces are reserved, and what do you anticipate in terms of use of those spaces, like in fall?
There's no reservation system right now because they haven't been used in 2 years, or almost 2 years. So there will be a new system. It'll be on our website, IVCSD, islavistacsd.com or .ca.gov. Both work. And yeah,
is that for both the community center and your room,
we don't have a lease for the community center yet, so I can't speak to that since we don't have a lease there at the moment and we're negotiating. But the community room, we'll get that back online.
Okay.
It's still being used right now to do the coordinated entry, and so it's pretty occupied. It's like the office and the headquarters for coordinated entry right now. So
and wasn't the community center under Ivy Youth Projects at some point, or
no? The staff was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was like through us. Like we gave them a grant. We paid.
Oh, okay. I remember because Deanna was with Ivy Youth. I just remember her email address was IVYP. So I was confused as to who actually oversaw the reservations. And okay.
Yeah, we're gonna actually hire the person directly.
Okay. Terrific.
So that'll be another job we put out eventually.
Okay.
So we'll let you all know about that too.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Well, any last word? All right. Well, then let's adjourn. Everybody should go out and get some sun. It's a nice day in IV today. So we'll see you in a month. Bye, everybody.